Welcome back to Vehicle Review, the place where we dive deep into the machines that make our hearts race and our palms sweat. Today, we're looking at a name that has been synonymous with raw, unapologetic American performance for decades, the Dodge Viper. But this isn't just any Viper. This is the 2026 Dodge Viper Venom EV, a bold leap into the future where electric power meets the Viper's legendary venomous bite. Dodge has done something radical here. They've taken a car famous for its monstrous V10 and transformed it into a fully electric beast without losing its soul. The Viper has always been about intimidation, and the new Venom EV continues that tradition, but in a more modern, almost sinister way. The first thing you notice is the design. This car is low, wide, and aggressive, like it's ready to pounce at any second. The sculpted body lines pay tribute to the classic Viper silhouette, but with futuristic touches, sharp LED headlights that stretch like fangs, a seamless front fascia with active aerodynamics, and those massive rear haunches housing oversized performance tires. The hood still has that signature central bulge, but now it conceals battery packs and cooling systems instead of pistons and cylinders. Dodge clearly wanted to make sure you'd recognize this as a Viper even in electric form, and they nailed it. Step closer and you'll notice details that scream performance. The carbon fiber splitter, side skirts, and rear diffuser are functional, channeling air efficiently to keep the Venom EV planted at high speeds. The active rear wing adjusts automatically depending on your speed and driving mode, giving you more downforce when you need it and less drag when you're cruising. The rear end is all business, razor-sharp taillights, a wide stance, and a diffuser that looks like it's ready to slice through the air. This car doesn't just look fast, it looks dangerous, and that's exactly what a Viper should be. Now, let's talk about what's under the skin. The 2026 Dodge Viper Venom EV uses a triple motor setup, one in the front and two in the rear, delivering a mind-blowing 1,300 horsepower and over 1,400 pound-feet of torque. All-wheel drive ensures that power is delivered with precision, though you still have the option to bias the torque toward the rear for a more tail-happy experience. This thing rockets from 0 to 60 in just 1.9 seconds, making it the quickest Viper ever. Top speed, north of 220 miles per hour, and thanks to the advanced thermal management system, it can sustain high-speed runs without the dreaded power fade common in some electric sports cars. The battery pack is an 800-volt architecture with a 120 kilowatt-hour capacity, giving you around 350 miles of range if you keep your foot out of it, which, let's be honest, is nearly impossible in a car like this. Charging is equally impressive, with the ability to go from 10 to 80% in under 15 minutes on a high-speed charger. But here's the thing, range isn't really the main concern for a car like the Venom EV. This is about thrill, about the raw adrenaline rush that only a Viper can give you. Inside, the cabin is a perfect blend of performance focus and modern luxury. You sit low, almost on the floor, with a commanding view of the wide, muscular hood. The steering wheel is a flat-bottomed, suede-wrapped masterpiece with integrated drive mode selectors. The digital instrument cluster gives you real-time performance data, from torque distribution to G-forces. There's a central infotainment screen, but Dodge has wisely kept physical controls for critical functions, so you're never digging through menus when you should be focusing on the road. The seats are lightweight carbon buckets with just enough padding to keep you comfortable on longer drives, but firm enough to hold you in place during aggressive cornering. Materials are top-notch, Alcantara, leather, and carbon fiber dominate the interior, with just the right amount of contrast stitching to add flair. It feels expensive, but it also feels like it's built for speed. Driving the Venom EV is an otherworldly experience. There's no V10 rumble, no mechanical growl, but Dodge has given it an active sound profile that's more than just a gimmick. In performance mode, the car emits a deep, futuristic tone that rises with your throttle input, giving you that visceral connection to speed. The instant torque is almost violent, you barely touch the accelerator and you're shoved back into your seat. The steering is razor-sharp, with excellent feedback, and the suspension is adaptive, capable of being compliant on the street and track-focused at the press of a button. And here's the best part, the Venom EV still has that slightly unhinged personality that made the original Vipers so beloved. It's not sterile or overly tamed like some modern performance EVs. If you want to hang the tail out and smoke the tires, it will happily oblige. But it also has cutting-edge traction and stability systems that can save you if you get a little too ambitious. It's a car that respects the driver, but also demands that you respect it back. On the track, the Venom EV is a monster. The acceleration is relentless, the grip is insane, and the braking performance from the carbon ceramic rotors is equally mind-blowing. With torque vectoring from the dual rear motors, it can pivot through corners like a much smaller car. Dodge has managed to keep that raw, mechanical feeling in an electric package, and that's something few manufacturers have achieved. When you pull back into the pits or roll into a parking lot, the 2026 Dodge Viper Venom EV draws a crowd. It's a statement piece, a symbol that the future of performance doesn't have to be quiet, boring, or soulless. Dodge has proven that even in the age of electrification, they can still deliver a car that excites, intimidates, and flat-out terrifies in the best possible way. So, is the 2026 Dodge Viper Venom EV the ultimate electric supercar? That's a bold claim, but it's hard to argue against it. It's brutally fast, shockingly beautiful, and unmistakably a Viper in every way that matters. If you're a purist who thinks an electric Viper is blasphemy, one drive in this thing might just change your mind. That's all for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of American muscle, make sure to subscribe to Vehicle Review and stay tuned for more. Because if cars like the Viper Venom EV are the future, then the future looks very, very fast.